Okay, absolutely. So tip number one right now would be to you've got to get started by finding your niche market, choosing your niche market, deciding what that target market is going to be. Because everything flows very naturally, very easily from that one decision. For example, if you decide that you want to help people suffering from arthritis, brilliant. Your entire business plan, business model, everything is just boom, just there. For example, you know, okay, what do they want? Let me find out what do they want. Let me find out what they need, what information they need. Great, I'll go and get it for them. Let me find out what products they want. I'll go and get it for them. Instant success, 100% guaranteed success, because you're asking this group of people, hey, what are your problems? What do you need? One. Then also, you know where to find them. You know, you can quickly, easily research what ebooks are they reading, what keywords are they typing into search engine, what magazines are they reading, on whose lists are they, so you can do joint ventures, on what websites do they go to, so you maybe can buy advertising or something. So the products, the product range, the marketing funnel, where to find them, how to do marketing is all done, boom, just like that, because you've decided, you've focused. Everything you've learned, you've just focused it onto one specific group of people with a common set of problems, right? And so tip number two that I'll say is absolutely build a mailing list. You absolutely need to build a mailing list right now, because that's what represents the most amount of leverage in your business, a mailing list. So imagine you build a list of 10,000 people and you start making money from it, $10,000 a month, for example, month after month after month, but you've done the work once to build that list. I've generated millions of pounds thanks to just one small list of 6,000 people that I built back in 2006 actually, 2006. And so that's the power of leverage, that's the power of a list, that's leverage. Because for example, also you can leverage that list many times over with joint ventures. So for example, when I do a joint ventures to promote an event, we have 30 or 40 joint venture partners promoting the event. So my list of about 50,000 people now, I'm leveraging it with 30 or 40 joint venture partners. So now instead of me mailing 50,000 people, I'm actually emailing 750,000 people in the UK. As an example of leverage and why a mailing list is very important. So the continual kind of passive or recurring income because you're emailing your list, the power and the leverage of emailing your list, also leveraging your list for joint ventures, so expanding your content. It's just for so many reasons you need to build your mailing list. And the third tip I'll say for somebody who's starting out is just this: just take action. There are so many ways to make money online right now, but so many ways it's ridiculous. There are thousands of ways of making money online. Today, day one of the Social Media Millionaire Summit here at the event, we had 575 people show up. We had 5 speakers, and between 5 speakers, people got to learn more than 12 or 13 different marketing strategies they can implement straight away. So right now, there's no excuse. There's so many ways to make money. The key thing is, though, tip number 3, take action. Most people are so afraid of getting out of their comfort zone, so afraid of succeeding, or so afraid of failing. They're afraid of succeeding, failing, what people will think about them, what their friends will think when they start making more money than them, all of those different things. So that is why people don't succeed yet. They're limiting beliefs in their own head. But there's no excuse anymore, especially with social media, where you can start and make money very, very quickly within 2-3 days at zero cost. At zero cost, so there's nothing to risk. There's no risk. So there we go. Those are my 3 tips.
Okay, one more question, Mark. Time is a problem for a lot of business people. So how do you manage your time? Because you're everywhere doing so many things. How have you been able to manage time?
Do you know, it's not about time management. The idea of time management is ridiculous. It's passé. It's not got nothing to do with time management. It's about leverage. So for example, people say, okay, you got to manage your time management. That's maybe for employees, for executives. As an entrepreneur, you got to think about leverage. So for example, if I have 10, 20, 30 outsourcers, 30 outsourcers, I'm leveraging their time. I'm leveraging the time of 30 people, and they're making money for me. They're making me money. And maybe it takes me an hour, maybe it takes me 10 hours, 20 hours. It doesn't really matter. What's really more important is how much leverage do I have in my business. Another example is if I'm spending $30,000 a month in advertising. So now I'm reaching like millions of people with advertising and building my list very quickly because I'm spending $30,000 a month. That 5 minutes I take to spend the money, the $30,000, to get all that leverage, all that traffic, all of that exposure out there, that's a very good use of my time. But I don't stop and think about like, okay, am I actually every day spending time here, spending time there? That's not how I look at things. I look at how much leverage do I have in my business. Another example of leverage in business is my mailing list. My mailing list is 50,000 people, so that's about $50,000 a month in income from that list. What if I can grow the list to 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000 people? That represents so much leverage. It doesn't really matter how much of my time. I'll tell you what. I spend the same amount of time working, whether I'm managing my time correctly or not. I spend all of the time that I want to work, I spend it working. The time that I don't want to spend working, I don't spend it working. So people need to understand that as an entrepreneur, you've got to think along the lines of leverage, not just like time management.
Thank you so much, Mark, for your time.
You're welcome.